Alright, back again. It's a beautiful day. Sun's out. So today I'm going to talk about some stuff that's just been floating around. Talk about the mechanics of all this sinister stuff that's going around. Because, see, it used to just happen in Hollywood, right? It used to just happen through people that were already... Listen, what's happened is they have monetized the starseeds by trapping their light, selling their spiritual currency, and they do that through, Hollywood, movies, anything of that nature. But what the other side has done is used things like sex and drugs, sometimes acts of violence. They've used that as blackmail. So they'll get you to take part in some kind of dark ritual, right? Orgy or something like that. And then they say, okay, well, you obviously know the secret. You obviously know how this works. So if you still want to go forward with your dream, you know what I mean? You can't say anything else, or we'll put this out there. And how unfortunate, man. But here's the catch, though. If you're aware of it, if you're aware of what's going on, and you still stand your ground, like, nah, man, I'm not about that. You know what I mean? Then it will never come to light. You know what I mean? Even if you know people have kind of like tricked you or stuff like that, if you didn't physically agree to any of that shit, don't worry about the stuff that's happening in the shadows. Don't worry about that stuff. That'll fade away. That comes back to hurt them. So don't even trip. But I was watching The Boys, and isn't that? I mean, look what's going on. Like we're living amongst gods, superheroes. Now, some of us are made by the gods, right? Some of us are, it doesn't really matter. There's this thing called the Melchizedek program. It's been going on for a long time. It's part of the Galactic Federation. They put their starseeds on Earth for a certain agenda. Now, there was this old draconian agenda, right? Which still has still's got its tendrils in some places. But this is the last. Like it just won't. They're trying to get as much as they could, as fast as they could, to prepare for what's coming, because the fallen ones will fail. This is true. It's over with. We're entering an age of enlightenment, and all this stuff is going to come to light, and it will be recorded. It will be written in stone. Now, there will still be a choice to be made. People are going to have the free will to embark on the black magician's journey. They can, without one there cannot be the other. So that will still exist, but being able to control people through those means will not be a thing anymore. The temptation will be there, but forcing people to do so, to do things they don't want to, they're very subtly imposing on one's free will. This is how I know this, man. Everyone in my life has asked me, well, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? How do you want to do it? What do you want to eat? And by me making a choice, they can alter the scenery around that, or change little things, that's what and then at the end of the day, that you said you wanted to do that. That was your choice. You chose to do that. But I can't, these little things, no matter what's been tried, no matter what the attempts that have been made, it doesn't matter. It might just slow me down a little bit, but it's not gonna change the game, So, yeah, I was watching The Boys, and they were talking. That was basically what was going on, is that they were all blackmailing each other. Like, well, if you don't do this for me, then I'll put this out there. Things that these chosen ones were doing, like as side hustles and shit, and that blackmail is meant purposely to tarnish your name and your, you know what I mean? And if you look back in your life, that's what's happened your whole life, you know what I mean? You were put in situations where it was normal or okay to get drunk, drive around, do drugs, act a fool, you know what I mean? And you got yourself in some. I did. I had 5 minor consumptions before I was 21. I did. Sad but true, you know what I mean? However, it's kind of a blessing, man, because now I've still drank here and there, but I have come to this realization that, look, it is never going to be worth it. It's never going to be worth it. No matter what you're drinking, how much you drink, where you're drinking, who you're drinking with, it's never going to be worth it, because at the end of the day, there's so much to be had. And for what? A beer, a few shots. It's just, you know. Yeah. Anyway, so I keep drifting off other realms of these possibilities. So in this show, they're, like I said, they're blackmailing each other to get the things that they want, and that's so very true. I've seen a couple other things where, I mean, look at Tammy Faye Baker, the Bakers. They ran they were the biggest televangelists of their time, right? And they caught the husband doing some horrendous stuff. You can look the stuff up, but I mean, obviously, you probably know what happened. But they caught him doing some really debaucherous stuff, man. And what it is that temptation, that, you know, that preying on one's primal desires, if you will, their animal side, and that was used to, if you got too big or said too much, that they'd spill that stuff out. But so I guess I'm gonna come out, another airplane. I'm gonna come out and say this, just so it's already out there. All the things that have been done to me, all that I would never in agreement with, I've only wanted to help, and it's forced me to look at the world in a much different light. And it's forced me. I think the main agenda was to, like, get me to say, oh, well, that's not so bad. People should be able to do whatever they want. Da-da-da-da. Well, yes, but people shouldn't be forced to live a certain way just to survive. That's not gonna stand. And, you know, you have to be able to make a cognitive choice based on your own moral compass. And if that is obscured, then it needs to come out, and lines need to be drawn, and, you know, whether it hurts your pride or not, that doesn't matter. You got to sort that out for yourself, you know. So anyways, blackmail. I can't even imagine this stuff. I don't want to. I really can't wait to just put all that stuff behind me. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for today. I love you all. Shine bright.